Hello everyone, welcome back to BPO Interview Tutorials. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today we came up with an interesting concept that is on what are the basic examples on fishbone diagram, or else how we can use fishbone diagram in our process. So we will learn that in detail. There are, like, I have created like 5 to 10 examples that will help you in understanding and designing the fishbone diagram easily. So before moving to the video, I would request everyone to share, subscribe the channel, click on bell icon so that you will get notification on all the upcoming videos. Check out our playlist. You will find approximately like 300 plus videos. Those will help you in cracking the interviews on team leaders, trainers, quality analyst, Six Sigma certification, process improvement plan, SME roles and responsibility, WFM analyst, MS Excel dashboards, reports, and Scrum Master. So many more videos are there, guys, that will help you in cracking the interviews. So today we'll start the concept on fishbone, and before moving to the fishbone diagram, I would request everyone to check out our description. You will find the video on what is fishbone diagram if you don't know anything about it. So just check that, and after looking to that video you can watch out the examples. You will understand everything very easily. So today here in this video we will only go with the examples where we can use the fishbone. So let's start with the definition first. Fishbone, basically also known as Ishikawa diagram, or it is also known as cause and effect diagram, wherein we will understand that what are the causes because of that we have this effect. So in order to understand that, we will use the fishbone diagram, which is also known as cause and effect diagram. This basically helps us in getting the RCA, root cause analysis of any of the issues, so that we can plan our things and we can sort the issues. But fishbone diagram will only give us the RCS. Let's start with the first example, wherein we can see here I created an example on low customer satisfaction. We might receive like multiple DSATs in, or multiple low ratings, I would say, in this particular week, and our manager requested us to create a diagram, fishbone diagram, and let us know what is the reason behind that. So in the fishbone diagram, you already know that in the right hand side we have to mention the effect. So the effect here is low customer satisfaction, and here we will mention all the reasons behind it. So we can see here the basic reason is poor product quality, high pricing, poor service, and bad environment. So this is not limited. First thing, this is my observation. I personally thought that these are the main reasons. You can also go with your own observation and find out what can be more reasons in order to have this particular effect. So poor product quality, which means like the material is not good, or else the product design is not good, lack of variety. Okay, so we have inconsistent quality. Anything which is related to the product, if we have anything, then we might get a dissatisfaction. We might observe such kind of issues with the e-commerce projects, wherein if you are working with any of the e-commerce project, definitely we might have multiple reasons of this. We might also have a poor service that might come from the agents itself, wherein we can see like incompetent employees are not fully trained, or else they are not following the process accurately, or else the communication skills is an issue, staff shortage is there, poor management, the support team is not helping the agents in order to solve the queries, and we have long wait time. If anything is that, we definitely will receive a customer dissatisfaction. High pricing, sometimes what happen, we are good, we are explaining everything in detail, but you know what, if the user itself is not happy with the pricing, definitely they will give us a desets like costing, like ineffective marketing, we haven't done, or else company haven't done any marketing, or insufficient protection. Again, we can say bad environment, that will also affect a lot in order to get the dissatisfaction. So this is the one example. You can also create a dissatisfaction example with the help of three things. The one is we can go with the people. In the people we can say that because of the poor training, or else I would say agent is not focused, or else we can also go with like agent did not follow the process accurately. We might also find somewhere related to the client policies, wherein if we see here like the policy itself says we cannot provide the refund. Now customer is asking us a refund, but policy says we cannot do that. Definitely the customer will give us the set. So sometimes there are some policy barrier as well that will cause us getting the desets. So in this way we can identify multiple reason behind the deset process. So let's go with the second example. quality escalations. If we have received any quality escalation, how we can defend that, or else how we can identify that either that escalation is valid, not valid. If valid, then what is the mistake over there? So we can also create a fishbone diagram for that. So the effect, that is quality escalation, and what are the causes. I divided it in three parts. One is people, another is policy, another is machine. Okay, so in the people, what I have understood that there is a agent issue due to which we have received the escalation. Now what kind of agent issues we have observed? Process knowledge issues, rushing on the call, did not follow the steps properly, did not understood the concern, communication issues. So these are not again limited, guys. We might get any other reasons from the agent, so we have to put everything here. Now sometimes we might also feel a policy error there. Policy error in the sense the knowledge guide itself says that we cannot provide the solution here, and the client was not happy there. Sometimes there is the knowledge guide is not at all updated. Okay, and sometimes we can also see there is no functionality available on the client tool, anything as such that will goes under the policies. And the last is machine in the sense sometimes we might receive a escalation wherein the avaya is not working accurately, or internet issues from the customer or user end, and anything as such. If we have identified, we can conclude that there might be this reason due to which we have received the client escalation. There might be many more reasons. We just have to have a 5 eye analysis done. We have to do a root cause analysis done, and with the help of that we can create a diagram on it. Let's go with the third example. In the third example, we can see here we created a fishbone diagram wherein the call times are always getting exceeded more than 2 minutes, or it's exceeding to 2 minutes. So how we can identify the reason behind it? So we have created three different main reasons. The one is customer service, like knowledge. The one is like unfamiliar with the product. Sometimes what happen, if we are not good with the process, definitely the call will get extended. We will take multiple hold, and we will always ask him like wait for a few minutes, I'll get the solution done, because we don't know the process knowledge accurately. Sometimes we are even not understanding the problem, that what is the issue there, and we are just rounding around the customer concern, and we are repeating the same point, but there is no point of giving the resolution. The third point, what we have observed, like negative technical resources database, something if there is related to technical or which is not getting fixed, definitely the call will get extended. Second, what we have understood is customer knowledge, cannot find the like customer is not able to identify anything, he is not able to do a proper research, anything as such, then definitely the call will get here. The customer means agent. Okay, and sometimes you know what, we might feel like the call get extended because of the customer also. For an example, we requested something to the customer, and customer is telling that okay, give me some time, I will research and I'll get back to you, and they will keep our call on hold. Anything as such, definitely the call get exceeded. And sometimes unable to detect the problem, anything unable to describe the problem, the customer itself is not able to describe the problem, the call is getting exceeded. Here there is no issues from the our user side, because it's something from the customer ends. Third, what we have understood, that agent call, the environment where the agent is sitting. For an example, like the call they have received in German language and we are not trained on it, so this will create a big issues and the call will get extended. Sometimes the environment, the nearby colleagues are shouting or they're not supporting, and there is no a clean environment that will help us taking all the things accurately. And there might be, we can see example like excessive overtime, overburden, okay, and not having proper support, anything as such that will goes under the environment. Okay, so this might be also a reason. Again, I'm telling you guys, these are not limited. Okay, these are my observation. If you have anything, you can add more here and you can create your own fishbone diagram. Let's move to the fourth. Here with what we can see now, this is basically related to an industrial project wherein we miss the deadline is the effect. Now what are the causes behind that? So we can see here there are different causes we have mentioned. The one is people, another method, measure, machine, environment, and material. So if there is any issue with any of these six, we will mention all the causes here due to which we have identified this particular effect. Let's go with one or two, we will understand the process. So for an example, we can see here machine, we can see the machine is not working properly, or else it is not getting work, there is a technical issues, anything that then definitely will miss our deadline. If there is anything related to people, that the staffs are not available, and the staffs are not focusing on the priority task, anything as such comes, that will move to the people. So in this way we have to understand what are the basic reasons due to which uh, we have missed the deadline. Now one thing we have to make sure here is, uh, this fishbone diagram will give you the complete analysis on what kind of causes can be occur. Okay, now with that causes we can go and check with the agent and check out, like either there is a agent miss, if there is a like people mistake, method mistake, measurement mistake, machine, environment and material. We have to identify and we have to choose any one or two because of which the deadline got missed. Okay, and sometimes there might be a reason of all the 6 points due to which our deadline got affected. Now fifth point, we can see here there is a one more point, that is reason for resign. Now agent is resigning the company. What are the basic reason for the resign? Sometimes there is no promotions. We can also find like management issue, workload, environment, welfare is not there, safety is the concern. Okay, and sometimes health is a concern, and self-confidence is the issue. So with that we can create a multiple points here. We can see here, for health, we can see here he personally agent found like, I want to leave the job because it's a very stressful job. Okay, I personally feel illness, like night shifts are not my cup of tea, I cannot do that, due to which I want to resign. And sometimes we might find like management issues, like management, they are doing micromanagement, they are not supportive, salary is the concern, they are deducting amount unnecessarily, anything. So whatever reasons we are identifying here, we will keep everything, and due to which we will understand the cost due to which there is a resignation. This is one example. Let's move to the another. We have one more example, that is on why there is a delay in the manufacturing project. So this is related to a Six Sigma, like we are understanding what kind of delay we might identify during to the in the manufacturing plant. So we can see here the delay because of the material. Sometimes we can say that the this is basically not related to the call center, this is basically related to the industrial project, guys. So we can see this and we can understand it accurately. Now second one, we can see there is, I kept one more example, that is on banking process. So if there is anything like there is a long wait time, what is the reason of this long wait time? So we have understood system. So sometimes we have observed this with many banks, like the systems are running really slow, and the systems are limited, there are no like required agents who are supporting to the customers. And sometimes we can also see manpower, yes, required agents are not there to support the customers. We can also see like the training is not provided as per the required on the subject there was no training provider. Sometimes we can also found like a service capacity, the capacity is not enough to give the proper answers, due to which there is a long wait time. What else we have next? That's all. So in this way we can understand like, there are multiple fishbone diagram we can create. So at the end the fishbone diagram is nothing, guys. You have to understand what are the basic reasons due to which the impact got occurred, what are the basic reasons due to which there is an effect, and we can keep all the reasons in the left, and all the effect will be in the right side. Please do designer always have a fishbone design for your process, and I would request all the viewers to have um, fishbone diagram design for the high HT, NPS, net promoter score, low SLA, PQ management, people who are taking more leaves, and we have to identify what is the reason behind that. There is a process which is getting rammed down, like they are moving all the agents, what is the reason behind that? So these are the general examples on which basically we can create a fishbone. And if you have a basic knowledge on this, definitely you can work on any of the Six Sigma project and we can create a fishbone on the basis of that. So this is all about the fishbone diagram and their examples. If you still have any doubt, please let me know. I will help you definitely. Also let me know if you want to create a separate video on any of the other topic in the fishbone diagram. I will get it done for you guys. I will also let you know the categories which you can include. So just let me know the topic, I will let you know the category, and you can prepare a fishbone diagram for that. So that's all. just go with the interview process and understand what kind of question HR is asking, and give your answers accurately here. But before moving to these examples, I would request to watch out what is fishbone diagram. You will find a video in the description. Even you can find a video here also. In the end of the video, you will find a pop-up. You can see the fishbone related video at the top left even. So also check out the 7 quality tools videos, guys. You will find multiple information. Check out our Instagram, LinkedIn and Facebook page. You will get information on all the upcoming vacancies. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Don't miss to subscribe our channel.